like she said. But hello, friends. My name is Leah Morales. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am the first year advisor with the College of Sciences. I'm joined by a couple of colleagues. One of our colleagues is missing, so we will fill in the gaps in a bit. But for right now, welcome, friends. So this is our team, and I will let my colleague who is joining us today introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kevin McVeigh. I'm the Retention Progression and Retention Progression Coordinator here at UNLV within the College of Sciences. I've worked here for 3 years, and I used to also be a UNLV student in the past, too. Nice to meet you all.
And we do have quite a big team with us. You can see our directors here, our other advisors, and after your first year, you will be able to meet with all these advisors that you see on the screen. Maybe not Beaker the cat, but you can come see him at campus. He's a little black cat that roams around our building. He really likes treats if you want to get on his good side. But we're going to watch a quick little video on what science students do and just kind of give you a sneak preview into the sciences. We did have a little bit of trouble recording this, so if we do have this going on in a bit, like the recording doesn't go well, then we'll just send y'all the link to it, okay?
College of Sciences, shaping the future through education, discovery, and innovation. In the College of Sciences, education and discovery go hand in hand. The impact of our teaching, research, academic advising, and community outreach makes a difference in the lives of our students and our community. Studying science at UNLV is more than listening to a lecture. We provide students with hands-on experiences in formalized laboratories, as well as individual research experiences, working closely with faculty members in their labs, in the field, observing organisms in their natural habitat, or digging for ancient fossils. Our researchers are making strides and studying the universe, from colliding black holes to exoplanets around distant stars, the geology and environment of the Earth and nearby planets, the essence of life from molecules to cells, organisms, and ecosystems, including diseases and potential cures, the synthesis and properties of molecules and materials, ranging from nuclear to nanomaterials, and their technological applications, and foundational mathematics that guide the understanding of complex data and modeling of complex systems. UNLV faculty are heavily invested in the training of the next generation of diverse scientists. Their research engages students from all backgrounds as it prepares them for high-demand careers in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Our academic advisors help students fulfill the requirements of their degree programs, as well as provide guidance on meaningful experiences outside the classroom. They mentor, support, and empower students to achieve their personal and professional goals. Being active in the community is an integral part of higher education. The College of Sciences hosts the Beal Bank USA Science Fair, allowing elementary, middle, and high school students to showcase their projects and inventions. Rebel Science Camp brings 5th grade students to campus, where they take part in hands-on activities that expose them to different fields of the natural sciences and inspires them to attend college. UNLV College of Sciences, proving that what happens in Las Vegas impacts the world beyond us.
Super shiny new video. We love it. But for today's lessons plan, we're going to just go over some requirements and policies and how you can get involved here at the College of Sciences. So I'll turn it over to Kevin to go over general education requirements.
Great. Thank you so much, Leah. So welcome first off to UNLV. We're super excited to have you here in the College of Sciences. So for students here who are, in the sciences, you're going to be completing requirements into a few different parts. One of those parts is general education. General education are essentially the courses you need to, be well-rounded. It's part of the university curriculum, and all students in all majors have to complete their general education requirements. Those comprise of the following English composition, which are 2 semesters of English, English 101 or 102. You might also have some supplemental English courses depending on your either placement scores with the SAT or ACT or your placement exam. Then US and Nevada Constitution, humanities. Humanities are defined in one of the following fields: philosophy, history, possibly communications, foreign language, things like that. Fine arts will be any appreciation-based arts course. It doesn't necessarily have to be in arts. It could also be in theater, music, or possibly dance as well, but as long as it's about appreciating that industry, so not performance-based courses. Social sciences, those fields, there's a lot of different subjects within them, but a few examples would include criminal justice, possibly psychology, anthropology, sociology, things like that. And then one multicultural and one international course. So those are topics of diversity within the United States and outside of the United States. So for an example of a multicultural course would be something like women's studies, whereas an international course could be something like global economics or even a foreign language. A first-year seminar course is required for all students. The one we highly recommend students in the sciences to take is Sci 101. That's your first-year science course, and it's going to give you just an understanding of how the university operates, gets you situated with understanding the resources available, as well as network with peers in the sciences. So you'll get to make friends and know who your classmates are who are going through these science programs with you as well. The second-year seminar is a continuation of the first-year seminar. You do have a few different options for that. So when you meet with us, we'll go over those types of options. Math and science requirements are also included within core classes, so you'll be taking those as part of your degree anyway. They're just not in the gen eds because you're going to need them anyway for your degree. And if you are an honor student, just to let you know, some of these courses might not apply to you. As an honor student, you have a different curriculum. So when you meet with your honors advisor, they'll go over your separate curriculum to fulfill your general education requirements. Just a reminder for some students, if you're not aware of it, for all UNLV science degrees, you must have a minimum of 120 credits. So that's the absolute minimum, but you might actually have more than that. It's actually very common for students to have more than that, either because you have to take a preparatory course in advance, or maybe you have transfer credits that are counting as electives, or maybe there's just other transfer classes you have that we have yet to look at. So it could definitely be over 120, but that's just the absolute minimum. Out of those 120, 60 of those credits have to come from four-year college. So if you have CSN credits, that's totally fine. We definitely will look into those and see if we can get as many as we can to count. But just so you know, out of the 120, 60 have to be from UNLV. So if you have more than 60 credits from a community college, you'll still need to get a minimum of 60 here at UNLV. Out of the 120, 40 of those credits must also be upper division in nature. Those are designated with a 300 or higher designation. So English 101 would be a 100 level course. Something like Sci 202 would be like a 200 level, anything with a 300 or higher. Those are typically for junior and senior standing students. However, you might be taking it earlier, so don't really worry about when you take it. As long as you qualify and it's part of your plan that we devised, then we would recommend it. You'll just need 40 of those, and usually those are accounted for in your plan anyway. If you are a biology major, you also will have a GPA requirement of a 2.0 or higher for biology courses. That's on top of your cumulative GPA, which also has to be a 2.0 or higher.
It's Kevin. So let's talk about math. Now, for a lot of your majors, you're going to see math regardless, so you really want to complete math right away since it's often used as prereqs, and if you do complete math first, you have a 3 times chance of graduating successfully. So definitely enroll in your math courses until you have completed those requirements. If you see on your degree sheets, you'll see what level of math that you'll have to complete to in order to be done with the math courses. Of course, we do have resources here at UNLV if you ever need additional support with math, and you really should see your advisor if you are thinking about dropping your math course. We want to make sure that you are aware of certain things that might impede your success, so that way we can make sure that you are on the right track. Cool, cool?
So chemistry and math placement options. So as I mentioned with your general educations, you're placed in English and also math through ACT or SAT scores by default. However, if you don't have ACT or SAT scores, there are also placement exam options. We do have also a chemistry placement exam. So if you feel like you have some experience in chemistry, maybe you took chemistry honors, you don't have credit for it, but you've taken a high level of chemistry in high school and feel like you're competent, at least in the foundational part of chemistry, you're welcome to take a chemistry placement to place in a higher level chem course. You might be able to place into Chem 121A and L. That's the lecture and lab general chemistry one at the college level. Now, this applies to majors where you need chemistry. Not all majors may require chemistry, but if you are in a major that require chemistry, then you can either decide to place into a higher level or start at the preparatory course, which is called Chem 103. For your math placement options, there's the ALEX placement exam. That's a pretty nifty exam you can take online as well. So you don't have to be in person for these exams. You can do it, on your computer at home or in the library. But with the ALEX placement, you can place up to Math 181. That's Calculus 1 here at UNLV, which is required for most of the science majors. I think all except one require at least Calculus 1. If you're a math major, you're going to go way beyond that, so don't worry about it. But, the higher in math you place, the less courses you will have to take in math. But if you don't place in 181, don't worry. It doesn't mean you're not successful or that you're starting behind. A lot of students place in the lower level math. I definitely will. I definitely did. So it's totally fine. We just want to make sure you are, developing that foundational skill set in math so that you're prepared and successful for future courses that require that content. So you could place in pre-calculus, for example, instead of 181. So then you just have to take a few math courses until you're ready for 181. And we can definitely scatter those in your schedule as needed and possibly even take summer options as well. So if you are interested in these placement exams, the links are available on that slide. And you can also find this information on the UNLV website if you do a search.
Also, if you have questions, definitely save them to our Q&A that will be happening at 4. So I do see a question in the chat and we will get to that during our Q&A. So keep those questions coming and write them down. But for some of you, you might be taking biology courses. And because of this, there is a retake policy that you want to keep in mind. For biology courses, you're only able to take them up to 3 times. And these include audits, withdrawals, any earned grades, and any retakes. So just make sure that you are meeting up with your advisor if you are on that 2nd or 3rd attempt. Because, for example, if you are a bio student and you do not earn a C or better in your biology courses within those 3 attempts, then we have to change your major. You won't be able to continue on with the major if you strike out on those 3 attempts. In the bio core, you want to keep in mind these classes. So just make sure you're getting C's or better. Bio 190, Bio 191, Bio 300 or 304, 351, and 415. Is there anything else you would like to add on, Kevin, for the biology core classes or the course policy retakes?
No, I think that sums it up. There are other bio courses that are not part of your core, though, that I did want to say that if you don't pass those within 3 attempts, there might be other options because those are electives, but the core is fundamentally important because there's no substitute courses for these classes. So that's why we really want to focus on getting the C or higher on those core classes.
And when in doubt, if you ever need any help, we are always here. We have a lot of resources that can help you with these classes.
All right, 30 credits a year and you'll be in the clear. So what does that mean? So, a lot of students, and even probably when you were high school, when you were researching college, you might hear, that most students are in college for 4 years. Like 4 years is usually what it takes to get an undergrad degree. And that actually is comprised on that 120 total minimum credits. So if you divide 120 by 4, that's 30 credits a year. So if you wanted to have a 4-year graduation goal, you would want to take at least 30 credits a year, possibly more if you want to, but around 30. Now, if you do that, it could save you time and money because tuition might be going up every year. So, if you get those credits down before tuition goes up, saving a little bit of money, saving time. lots of students who graduate within 4 years are successful in that way. They're likely to graduate. 30 credits does include summer session though. So that doesn't mean you have to take 15 credits per semester, though we do recommend that for most full-time students. You could, do 12 credits each semester and then 6 credits in the summer. So it's really how you decide, as college students, the responsibility comes onto you. Unlike high school where you have a schedule that's given to you, here you can change your schedule. If you can't make a time and want to change your class to a different time, well, you're welcome to do that. So you decide what works for you. Now, one thing I will say about this slide is it doesn't really encompass, in my opinion, some of the rigors of the science majors. So though this could be a really good option for other majors, for science students, I have noticed personally as an advisor that a lot of students graduate within 4.5 to 5 years, and that's okay. It is your goal. So we're not going to tell you you have to graduate in 4 years, otherwise, whatever, like you can't do it. That's not true. Whatever your goal is, we're going to try to accommodate and support you in that goal. Some students might have to take 5 years because maybe they can't take 15 credits per semester. Maybe they have a family to raise. Maybe they have a full-time job, right? So that's totally fine. I've had students part-time graduate in 6 years. I've had students, do a few different strategies as they plan their classes so that they are in the best possible situation with their schedule. And one thing that could happen too is if you're planning to go to professional school, which we have a slide about later, lots of students like to stay maybe 1 year longer so they can also obtain research and internship experience. So not all students, can do all of that plus go to school plus get involved in an organization in 4 years. So sometimes they might extend their graduation to line up for their exams they have to take for professional school and also to get those extra experiences. So though 30 credits a year and you'll be in the clear, we will still help you if you have 4.5, 5 year, even 6 year graduation plans. Just let us know and we'll do what we can. Anything else to add?
None at all. You covered that very well. Thank you. So we did touch on this about students who want to go to professional school, and there's a great advising team here on campus that can definitely help you with that. This is going to be the Pre-Professional Advising Center, or PPAC for short, and they help when it comes to students who want to go to professional school like medical, dental, PA, optometry, PT, you name it, they can help you. They help out when it comes to becoming competitive applicants, what sort of things you should be looking for in terms of extracurriculars, what sort of things you should be doing as a student. Really, they're here to help you and kind of supplement your learning as we do with your advising. So the main difference between the Pre-Professional Advising Center and us is that they help with the extracurricular side of things, while we help with just planning you out and making sure that you are successful and getting you graduated in the time frame that you want. So definitely work in tangent with them. If you're thinking about grad school, definitely speak with the grad coordinators of the programs that you want to go to, so that way they can help you in those goals.
So this slide will be a little quicker, but we do have an immunization policy. So just a friendly reminder, it might be on your to-do list on my UNLV, but if you haven't already submitted your immunizations, please send them either via email, fax, or physical mail to the registrar's office. Their contact information is here. We definitely need those in order for you to, be in outstanding standing here at UNLV and active. I know some questions involve whether COVID vaccinations are mandatory. We will address that in the Q&A portion. So don't, come back for sure and we'll address some questions like that.
Alrighty, so one of my favorite slides of this presentation is getting involved. There are a lot of ways to get involved on campus, especially when it comes to just campus events, your wellness, and also student organizations. There are plenty of events to get involved with the community. So definitely take a look at the link that is provided here on this slide, and also take a look at the calendars that UNLV provides. It has all of these events, including academic and fun ones. One of my favorite events is actually homecoming. I love doing that. It's one of my favorites, so definitely go to that. For health and wellness, we definitely want y'all to keep in mind your self-care and also your own mental health. We all know how taxing STEM can be, and we really don't want to see you burn out. I personally burnt out when I used to be a bio student, so definitely take care of yourself. We have plenty of ways to take care of yourself, your mind, your heart, your physical health, so definitely take a look at those. And in terms of student organizations, there are great organizations here at UNLV. We have over 350 of them, ranging from academic to just for fun. I know that we have an anime club on campus, along with some other fun organizations. I joined a rock climbing club, and I was also a founder of an acrobatics club back in my alma mater. So if you don't see a club that you don't particularly want to join, you can always make one. And maybe if you would like, you could always tap either myself or Kevin to see if we would like to be your chairs for that.
Awesome. I'm super excited to share with you more information about research and internship. So that's actually one of the really great benefits of being a science student is we are very research and internship focused, which I think is really vital for a lot of you because of your career goals, either going to professional school, graduate school, or just going into the industry right off the bat when you graduate. We want to make sure you have some experience to back up the classes you're taking, and it's not just book knowledge, right? I mean, yes, that's very important, but we also want you to have some practice in the sciences as well. So at UNLV, our research opportunities and internships help you discover your passions, and it's really a holistic experience. You are what you make out of it. It's also a great way to add to your resume and to work with the community as well. We have an Office of Undergraduate Research. That's unlv.edu/OUR for short. You can learn more about the accommodations that they provide to students, but you can work with like a research advisor through the Office of Undergraduate Research to kind of define your research project and understand what opportunities are available in research. So definitely contact them as you get more involved. In addition, faculty are essential in terms of helping you develop your research interests. So on this link, unlv.edu/sciences/research, you can actually see the faculty members who teach in all different disciplines within the science and what type of research they are working on themselves. And you might be able to match with a professor that you are interested in working with, and possibly at some point in the future as a student, you could maybe work in their research lab or pursue other opportunities available through your connection and relationship with your professor. So all faculty members, to my knowledge, should be very supportive of your research interests, and we are as well as advisors. So if you do have questions about research, please contact Office of Undergraduate Research, or you can also contact us, and we'll definitely get you in touch with the appropriate parties to help you develop that. Some questions we had in the past about research are, do you have to wait until you're a junior or senior to do? No, you don't. You can start research as early as your first semester if you really want to, but I'd say the majority of students kind of use the first several semesters to kind of get adjusted to the college environment, and then they start branching out into research opportunities their sophomore year. But obviously, you do your own path, and we would support you either way. Internships are also very similar. We do have a career center, which I'm sure you'll learn about in future sessions. That will provide you with opportunities to go to career fairs, which might have internship opportunities. We send out a newsletter to students every month during the regular semester. And if we have internship opportunities we are aware of, we share them with you. And then also talking to the departments you're part of, whether it's chemistry, biology, math, physics, or geology, they might be able to provide you with other internship opportunities as well. I know for geology students, a big one is the Bureau of Land Management and sometimes the Fish and Game and Wildlife associations within the Clark County system. Those are really good opportunities for students to get that experience so that they can go directly into a career after they're done with their program. So we can talk more about that individually in your one-on-one sessions, but just letting you know there's tons of opportunities in both of those areas.
Awesome. So I do have a guest to speak about the peer mentor program, so I'll let them take it away. If you can unmute and go ahead.
Dokie. Hi, everyone. My name is Otis. I am a biochemistry major at the College of Sciences, UNLV. And I'm part of the peer mentor program as well, which we have all the information listed here. Essentially, we're here to help guide you, assist you, and try and see any way possible that we can share our experiences to make your transition to UNLV much more easier, since it is your first year in college. So yeah.
Thank you so much. And the way that this program works out is you will be paired with a mentor at the beginning of your semester. So they will be reaching out to y'all as soon as they can to let you know about fun events that happen, any resources that they might know of, and also just to get you connected with other people. So I know that for some of the peer mentors, they do host study groups. So if you want study help, definitely keep in mind that. But honestly, always double check your Rebel Mail. If you haven't submitted or at least unlocked your Rebel Mail, please do. But it's a great program. I highly recommend definitely getting in touch with your peer mentors because they are just like you. They're students in the sciences and they know the trials and tribulations that come with the sciences majors. But to just quickly wrap up here, if you're ever wondering where we are on campus, we are located in the quote unquote dark side of campus. So we are in the northwest side of campus near the intramural fields on Harmon Avenue. So if you go down Harmon, if you see like the parking building, we're just right across from there. And if you ever need help trying to find our building, give us a call at 702-895-2077. And our wonderful admin assistant, Robin, can guide you to our building. She knows this campus way better than I do. So just a reminder, after this presentation, please make sure that you are completing the quiz on Web Campus. This will help you in regards to the hold that's on your account. If you want to get that hold off so that way you can make changes to your classes, please make sure that you are completing that quiz. And I will check in on y'all at Q&A. But to round out this whole presentation, this concludes it. Please feel free to reach out to us. You can give us a call at 702-895-2077 to set up an appointment or even request a advisor callback. These callbacks are for quick questions only, and an advisor will give you a call within 24 business hours. You can also email us at sci.advising@unlv.edu. We also have all the socials, well, not all of them, but some social media. So give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitters. But otherwise, please make sure that you are completing your quizzes and